Hello, dear Rotarians. Hope everyone is doing well, staying healthy, and enjoying the time with your family during this time around the world. It is challenging times for everyone. We used to do a whole lot more, and the things that we were used to doing, going to places, is just not possible for now. Also, Ramzan Mubarak to many of our relations. My name is Sadia Khan, and I am your district chair for the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. I would like to start with acknowledging the land of traditional territories of Treaty 6 and 7, as well as the Métis Nation. For me, land acknowledgement has always meant an active reconciliation that involves self reflection and responsibility. If you would like to learn more about the Indigenous history and the treaties we all live in, I would highly recommend the free online course called Indigenous Canada through University of Alberta. This course really explores Indigenous histories and contemporary issues in Canada from an Indigenous perspective. This course explores key issues facing Indigenous peoples today from a historical and critical perspective. It really highlights the national and local Indigenous settler relations. Of course, I would love to be in front of everyone, but of course, due to the current situation we are all in, that's just not possible for now, but hopefully soon. So, until then, I am recording a video to share updates on what the committee has been up to. Before the quarantine times, the committee was working on creating workshops to present to the clubs. In the meantime, we have been working on creating a web series. As Rotarians and Albertans, we are resilient individuals and we will remain strong during this shared pandemic. We're all in the same storm, but not in the same boat. And I would like to unpack that a bit. For some, quarantine is time to slow down, a moment of reflection and reconnection, time for rest, peace with their loved ones. While for some that may live alone, they are facing endless loneliness or are working more hours for less money due to pay cuts. So I'm going to encourage all of us to remember our essential workers, our elders, and the marginalized communities, among so many others. So we're not in the same boat. We are passing through a time when our perceptions and needs are completely different. We are all on different ships during this storm, experiencing a very different journey. Let's keep our thoughts with Albertans being impacted by COVID-19. So now you are probably wondering what we will be talking about in the web series. As you may know, a top priority for Rotary is growing, diversifying, and keeping our membership to make sure we reflect the communities we serve and are inclusive of all cultures, experiences, and identities. We actively need to be creating clubs that are more open and inclusive, fair to all, that build goodwill and benefits our communities in light of this. The Rotary International Board of Directors passed a diversity, equity, and inclusion statement, which you may have read already or may have heard me speaking about. I'm going to read that out to you. As a global network that strives to build a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change, Rotary values diversity and celebrates the contributions of people of all backgrounds, regardless of their age, ethnicity, race, color, abilities, religion, socioeconomic status, culture, sex, sexual orientation, and gender identity. Rotary will cultivate a diverse, equitable and inclusive culture in which people from underrepresented groups have greater opportunities to participate as members and leaders. One way for the committee to achieve this, the committee talked about creating awareness, resources, having open conversations, taking the time to create dialogue in a safe space. And we look forward to doing this soon. But for now, we are creating the web series to start the conversation digitally, like I am today. We will be rolling out series of videos on various topics under the umbrella of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Our committee members will share their knowledge and lived experiences on topics such as growing up as a Muslim in Canada, uncovering the facts on hijab and the niqab, how racism affects our society, LGBTQ2+ topics covering content such as sex orientation and gender diversity, transgender identities, the correct terms and identities to use, calling it in or calling it out. Don't know how to ask a question around cultural awareness? Making diversity, equity, and inclusion a priority is everyone's responsibility, from Rotary members to staff at the Secretariat. Lastly, keep an eye out for the survey that we are currently working on, and we will be sending that out soon to everyone. Your feedback and taking a few minutes to fill this out would really help our district better to serve our clubs. The purpose of the survey is for our committee to better understand the current climate and needs of each club as it relates to diversity, equity, and inclusion. So that's it for me. Sending good vibes your way. You're all doing amazing. Stay strong. I look forward to connecting with you once we're out of this pandemic. I look forward to visiting your clubs and just having these conversations. And stay tuned. Take care.